Juno's World.
Another day, another episode of the No Clickbait Podcast. As always, it's your boy Freddie Andretti here. Always, is that? Yeah, that is him. And with my boy Ism in the building. How you living, my guy?
I'm cool, man. Always a good day. Podcast. Can't lie to you. But I'm here. How you living?
I'm good, man. It's Thursday. Beautiful day. The weather's feeling amazing. Not a big fan of the pollen, but the temperature is good. So I mean, I guess we'll take what we can get. Man,
Happy New Month too.
yeah, time flying. Man, I washed my car on Saturday. By the time Tuesday came, I was riding around in a tennis ball. So I don't know. Like, hope I don't run into Serena Williams.
Always right. That Mucinex monster sitting on dubs.
Yeah. The pollen crazy. I've seen like videos. I don't know if it's like AI or if it's. I believe it actually. They had like trees falling. I guess they chopped down trees, and when they hit the ground, they've been like a big dust of pollen, like a big it look like a big smoke cloud, but it's pollen.
Call of Duty extra. Boys out here eating.
So,
Pretty
oh
hitting
yeah, that's
the gender of it. It's not.
yeah, it's nasty out there, man. And
Shout
you
out
got
to all you
people.
outsiders, man. You know, I gotta work from home, so seeing what y'all be seeing every day.
You look out the window.
I can't see out of it. I just told you that. It's the pollen on it.
Oh dang, sorry to hear that. But yeah, man, everybody out there with your allergies and all that, blow your nose, take your Mucinex or um, I can't even think of the other stuff that people take for that.
Coke.
That too, that'll clear you up real quick. We don't support that, by the way, here on the No Clickbait Podcast.
But we also don't judge.
We do. Um, Speaking of judging, man, the committee did decide. I want to give a shout out. The committee decided to go ahead and put my boy Melo in the Hall of Fame, man. Definitely good to hear. Well deserved. What's your thoughts on that?
For sure. I just seen a post about it. Well, no, it was a post about just him existing. It was a post about him doing this podcast, and they was giving their flowers to Dirk. And what's wild with social media is the topic can be something else that the person is doing, and it'll come back to some way of trying to discredit what they've done. Like Melo was literally talking about Dirk, and then somebody in the comment section was like, "Melo's so overrated." I'm like, what is, even if you feel that way, why would you come when the topic is Dirk to come say that? Like, some people got so much hate in their heart about people they don't know, which is wild. So as far as Melo goes, he deserves flowers. He's one of the best scorers ever. That's who was that? Steve favorite player?
That is Steve's favorite player. That's my brother's favorite player too.
It was talking about which jersey should go in the rafters between him and Jokic.
Yep. I feel like if Kobe can have two jerseys in the rafters, I feel like the Nuggets can put both of their jerseys in the rafters. Just make them two different colors.
Maybe yeah, because I don't know if I've ever seen Jokic in that one they have with the mountains. You know the colorful Nuggets jersey?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And they can put or they can just put Jokic yours in whichever one he won the ring in.
Yeah. I mean, Jokic obviously deserves to have his jersey up there. I mean, he brought them their first and only championship. He's going to end up, I don't see him going anywhere. So he could end up being like the all-time leading scorer and all that stuff. Um,
The way
rebounder,
he,
assist. He could lead them in so many different categories. So um, it's no shot at Melo calling Jokic the best player in Nuggets history when it's all said and done. But Melo did a lot in that jersey as well before he ended up going to New York. So I feel like some people are going to agree with it. Some people may disagree, but I wouldn't be mad at his jersey being up there. So they could figure out a way to put both of them up there.
um, is Jokic their first MVP too?
That I do not know. That's a good question.
If it is, that man, stat line outside of stats is already amazing.
Oh no, he's if he were to retire like win or lose this season, he's in the Hall of Fame. Like he's had a
Yeah.
Hall of Fame career. So shout out to Jokic, but yeah, Melo for sure, Hall of Fame, well deserved. Um, not even just a great NBA like hooper. Like Melo's just a great hooper, known as a great hooper, because obviously he did like what most people would want to do as a one and done player in college. He won chip, went off, got some bread in the NBA. So shout out to Melo for sure, top five bucket getter. I asked that question. It's a 100%. Nobody said no, so that means ain't nobody hating. I feel like you can't name too many people when you watch them like just play. Like he obviously he has the fundamentals, but he has the footwork. He has the so many different ways he can get into his bag. And as far as like form, like shooting form, probably one of the smoothest, like prettiest jumpers you'll see.
Yeah, they said it's between him and because his shot is a flick kind of. So they say it's with him and Steph as far as like people who shoot like that.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to
yeah,
Melo
I
though.
think he
He
got
been,
one of the quickest jumpers ever. I think the only person who has a quicker jumper than him is Steph.
yeah. Feel
They did
like
this sport line.
literally the only thing he didn't do was win a championship. So he's gonna go down. It's one of the greats that didn't do it, but still great. I'm taking him over. Like speaking of other greats that didn't win championship, I'm taking him over just about every one of them that I can think of off the top of my head. Um,
So that man, I didn't even do nothing yet.
yeah. When I speak of them, I'm talking about like the Reggie Miller's, Dominique Wilkins of the world. I'm taking
Oh,
Melo over them any day.
she was yelling at that 6 foot giant.
Huh?
I thought you was yelling and discrediting the 6 foot giant.
Oh nah,
But I say you
nah,
literally got me a shirt of him before we started our podcast, and you don't know who to talk about. It's crazy.
nah. I put them. I put them. Neck and neck as
It's
far as
crazy. We
like
played together,
yeah,
and I think they was number one and number two in scoring, and that wasn't even really their quote unquote prime.
a lot of buckets. I gotta get up out of here. You ever seen like the little compilations they put together of Melo getting the rebounds?
Yeah, they need to
Yeah,
do one for
get out of here.
they need to do one for Cat.
I think there is one for Cat.
Oh
And his
my
he being
God.
carried. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Oh my god. Like, Cat, you too you about 7'10", 340 pounds. Like you too big for all that, man.
Ref.
Oh my god.
Next time
Shout
I
out to
hoop,
Cat. You see the responses we got on the shows to watch. I know we was talking about it on the last episode.
didn't exactly been my first busy week, which is good, but I haven't even been posting on my part page like that. But what shows?
We got Abe was telling me about Paradise. So I may end up checking that out. So Paradise, we got Beauty and Black. I think that's that Tyler Perry show. Um, so that man got 1,000 shows. I don't know if it's like the other
Crazy
ones. I just know somebody probably got on like a bad wig in it.
thing. Bad wig and somebody, black men are being discredited in one way or another.
Oh yeah, or like a battered woman. Unfortunately,
Mm,
um,
I don't know that
yeah, a
guy.
lot of his shows and movies are the same.
Yeah, it's a different cast.
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt. I don't know what that is though. You ever heard of that other than the Jay-Z album?
Um, but
You
I
say what?
mean, I said I have not. Or do they talk about the genres that he shows?
Nah, people just. I mean, wasn't much detail. It's just people naming shows to check out.
I just typed it in as a drama, chestnut in it.
I like Morris Chestnut. That's my dude. My dude Ricky.
Man, I saw something that make you laugh. I don't think I sent it to you though. It was it was basically Ricky if he never got shot. And
Yeah.
so it was like an animated version. And he, Cuba Gooding Jr. did this part. He was like, Ricky. Mind you, forgot to say that part in the movie. I mean, every time we speak on it, I just noticed he don't scream Ricky as soon as it's danger. He literally hands up and puts and figures the situation out before he yells. Like Ricky could have got at least 10 yards more further away from the car if Cuba would have yelled quicker. Neither here. But in the animated version, when they down the window, it was Ben Simmons holding the gun. I don't know if you ever seen when Ben Simmons had a layup, but he didn't go up against Trey Young,
Mm-hmm.
so he never shot the gun. And so Ricky grew up and had gray hair. Like they panned up 30 years later. He was like, man, I just want to thank, I don't know how I didn't get shot that day. It's crazy. I didn't run no zigzag, no nothing, just straight beeline, and I still didn't get shot. And it's like everything me and you have talked about him being a running back and running in a straight line. Other people see too.
I still don't get how he didn't make a cut. Like I don't get how he was that dude unless he was just running through people. But yeah, Ben Simmons definitely ain't about to shoot. Like Bronny made the same amount of career threes as Ben Simmons, which is crazy.
Is wild too, because I really feel like I mean, I never had to run from a shotgun, thank God, but I feel like he could have even if he would have busted that corner and hopped that wall, it would have made it harder. Dude had a shotgun. He had something you had to be insanely accurate with. You could have zigzagged, made him shoot that first round, and then jump that fence. I don't know why he
Yeah,
didn't play dead the first shot, but hey, neither here nor there.
it ain't like he had an AK or something.
Yeah, you just had to dodge one time.
Well, I mean, shotgun is gonna like
The pellet spray, yeah.
yeah spray out the little pellets. So you do gotta like have a good dodge. Like it ain't like just one bullet where you just move to the left or the right just a little bit. You do gotta get out the way. But yeah,
But I
I
don't
ain't
feel
trying
like
to
he'll
be in
be it.
this.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying I ain't trying to be in that situation.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. But you matter of
Uh,
fact, you remember how Smokey was running when he was about to get hit by that car that was going 2 miles per hour using his hydraulics?
hmm
That's how Ricky should have been running.
Hey man, too late now. He could have grew up, made it to the NFL, played for the New York Giants like he did in another movie.
Best man holiday.
Yeah, or just the best man.
That was best man holiday. He played for the Giant. He played for him in the first movie.
What?
I don't remember the first
Yeah,
movie. I don't remember.
played for him the entire time.
I thought that's a career
That's
he
why
picked up.
that's why he retired in Best Man Holiday.
Just put me on to something I think I knew but forgot I knew.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing not to know.
I said, see, you twisted my I said I didn't know. I said, I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in years. That's my holiday. I like that movie, so I've watched it more than once.
Let me ask you this, man. If he retires in a third movie, don't you think he's been playing with them for a while?
Don't act like you never seen a movie that don't give you enough backstory for you, like how we get here.
No, that's just context clues, bro. Like, put
Yeah.
two and two
Have,
together.
have you ever watched the Purge movies?
The Purge.
Yeah.
I seen some of them, not all of them.
Okay, so it's one. I don't remember which one it is. It's one where you got this black dude. You got a random crew of people because I think they changed the crew up pretty much every movie, and you just see how the purge is happening and where it's located at and everything. So finally, when it happened, the black dude get attacked, and he has martial artists in his background. He's kicking people, doing jumps, spiral kicks, like some Power Ranger stuff. Never no backstory of why or what training led to him to have this in his arsenal. To the point where I was just like, this is garbage because nobody knows why you're able to do that. So a lot of times in movies, there are better movies that you keep an ongoing thing going. But then there's movies where it's literally like, I didn't know this was a thing, but hey, whatever. So not saying Best Man Holiday is one of those. I'm just saying movie wise, that happens a lot where you don't know why this person has this background, especially in action movies.
It's not the same thing.
You've never, but I'm saying you've never seen a movie where you didn't question why something developed so fast. I'm not saying it's the same thing.
I mean, I always question why, like, in a movie when they break out into song and dance or whatever, how does everybody know to dance? Especially like y'all just met, y'all in a random bar. How does everybody know the same dance?
Exactly. And how they're
No,
random. They're singing.
I always thought that was crazy.
But outside of like that, you've never seen like an action movie or anything where it's just like, when did you start doing this?
I mean,
Or like the Fast
some
and Furious
people
movies where
had it
people end up being
early
related.
on. That's just them making the movie like extending the franchise, creating other siblings that magically just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's all that is. The last one was I think you said you seen this actually, Godfather of Harlem.
Oh, I think that's a movie I wanted to watch, but I mean, not movie. I think it's a show I wanted to watch, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, I hear good things.
I think we
Obviously,
heard that twice actually.
yeah. I mean, I know
That's
some
what
people
Forrest
that watch. I just never got around to watching it.
Yeah, they got Forrest Whitaker in it. People like dramas, I see.
Yeah, little drama, little action.
Yeah.
It's not really any other than like when we was talking about like Abbott. Not really any funny shows that I can think of.
Told you comedy is a dying sport.
Yeah, not really any comedy. Speaking of comedy, you you ever watch Tiny Desk?
Um, oh, but I know what you about to say just because that's set up. I saw when Kevin Hart was on there. My bad. Chocolate Drop was on there for whatever reason.
I gotta watch it, man.
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Apparently, he gonna freestyle everything that he do on there.
Yeah, real rap brawl. I remember when he first started doing like the chocolate drop stuff. It's been so long. I'm surprised he brought it back. That's actually pretty dope. But he's like real dudes don't wear sleeves, but we like leaves.
I remember that. And I remember because he did an XXL freestyle too when it had like the effects and everything behind him while he was rapping. He did the BT cipher. He like, I miss my dad, and sometime that baby man.
I feel like people be I don't. Some people don't like Kevin Hart. That man, he funny to me.
Like his
You know, he
fake
seemed
hate.
like a cool dude.
That be that fake hate. One person said he not that funny for real, and the internet like, yeah, he's not. But this man is literally stuff people still say randomly because of Kevin Hart. Like, it was one point people were just out of context, like, "Oh, she ain't got no nipples."
Classic.
This was there.
People hate. People don't like when
But
he be on stream with like Kai and Drewski.
people don't like nothing.
Like I feel like
This is what,
he's just showing love.
even if that's not the case, what's the problem? Like, people just have something to say about things because they see it happening. You don't have no real problem with these things.
But like I mean, it's because he is older, obviously, than them. Like, but still, he just showing love to the next generation. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
They're all in the same field. That's like feeling the way if the Isley Brothers want to make a song with Doja Cat. If it's a good song, it's a good song. Like, what? Are you mad because people in the same field are deciding to work together?
That's a wild collab.
The Isley Brother hook, Doja Cat is dope, and the Isley Brother hook you can't really go wrong with. But I wouldn't say, I don't think music has an age. I don't think you don't work with somebody because you're like, nah, you too old.
Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like that's a wild collab.
Anyway, that
I'm
was the
trying to I'm
politically
trying to
correct.
picture the scene.
Just him on the hook. Just him on the hook. I mean, Doja Cat, she does more than one genre of music. Unless you could think of a, what would be the collab you think of? You thinking older person, younger person.
An older person and a younger person.
Mm,
They're like a R&B like type artist and a rapper, or
I feel like rapper would be harder to do because a rapper is definitely kind of talk about what was going on in their time. Like, you rap with somebody too old, and now you're hearing about Nautica and Peggy Pelly's. Now you done
well,
dated yourself.
well, you need to have a word with Will Smith because he's still out here rapping.
Yeah, I've heard. I don't have no opinion on that.
That
He had he
man, that man dropped the album, bro.
I know, and it's like now that he's like, "Oh, I curse now." It's like he's running out. Like, when you get one kid, when you tell a kid he can say one bad word, like bet. And then now they make up a curse word that's like a hybrid of three different ones. But as long as he happy, I like to talk about what people got going on. Because if that's how he expresses himself, go ahead. If it's not something I'll listen to, that's fine. I'm not gonna go take to the internet and tell nobody else to do it. There's people who like Will Smith music and have probably been waiting for him to drop. That's their era. Like, first
Oh no,
person
that's
on, yeah,
people definitely want to listen to it. It's Will Smith. I mean, they
exactly.
want to listen to it just to see what the hell he talking about. Whether they like it or not, it's gonna get some play. Gonna get some streams.
Matter of fact, I think Eminem is like 50. Eminem done made a song with Logic. I don't think Eminem is ever gonna be like to the point where he's just age wise, where people be like, no, I'm not listening to that because he's XYZ. But even if you think about samples, like that sample with Luther for Kendrick Lamar, if Luther was alive for him to actually do whatever, we're not thinking about his age. It's just Luther Vandross. So if I'm
Yeah,
a
I mean,
legend,
I ain't saying young people can't collab with old people. I
if
just
I'm a
said
legend,
that specific collab was just wow.
talk about Steel Cassinet.
No, I was talking about when you were talking about Doja Cat
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
collabing
yeah.
with the
No,
Isley Brothers.
that's not specific as the names I threw out there. That's just to say, if I'm legendary in my craft and somebody who is younger than me wants to wants me to be a part of their history or their craft, cool. It's nothing beyond that. Like, the
That's
only
why
thing with Kanye,
people like on the music tip. That's why Charlie Wilson still get he on a lot of people's songs.
exactly. There you go. Charlie Wilson is a perfect example.
Yeah, do it,
Yeah,
Uncle Charlie.
If his presence make a hit sound like a cookout vibe.
Snoop
Speaking
got
of,
six.
yeah, Snoop is advertising pro kids is really different out here. You ever walked outside and it just feels like another day you've had before? Like just the weather and everything reminds you of whether childhood or just like another good day you had. Just the energy itself.
No, I ain't never had that kind of euphoric feeling.
Yeah, that's what the word will be. It just feels like a good day. Like it just feels like everything's gonna go or things are just brighter because just the energy of the day itself. But could just be me. I thought that was something that happened to everybody.
No, that
Like I can remember
sounds.
the day I played outside that I can't remember the exact day I played outside, but it just feels like you can remember the better parts of your life just off good weather. Just like how some people can be sad with bad weather. You not necessarily sad about something. It's just like, dang, it's gloomy outside.
Yeah, thought you was on some Ice Cube stuff at first, but when it is gloomy outside, those days seem longer. It's not like I could get a little Eeyore feeling going. Gotta try to push past it. I hate like a lot of times the weather will affect my mood, or because I don't want to be outside driving around from place to place doing like errands and stuff when it's all gloomy and stuff. Those are the days you want to just sit in the house, relax, and chill. So I can definitely feel that. But that euphoric feeling of reminding you of another day in your childhood, I ain't reached that level in my life. So I don't know what I need to do to reach that level.
I'm gonna create an ebook, and you'll get it for free and start upgrading your life.
Yeah.
But now I walked outside someday earlier this week, and the sun was shining. It wasn't too cold. It was like the right amount of breeze. It just felt like, well, like let's do something with this day. It's not a day where you feel like, oh, I'm just sit in the house. I'm like, dang, this is the perfect. You start thinking of everything you could do in that weather.
And they reminded you of hide and seek.
Mhm. Not, nah, it reminded me more so just like I grew up on a lot of dirt roads, like so we had to make up games because it wasn't really no food or nothing. So we used to throw dirt rocks at each other, and that's definitely something you when yeah they used to explode once they made contact with the person. So that's how you know you hit like you got a white T-shirt on. It ain't no faking that. Like when you play games like and you got imaginary weaponry and you shoot somebody
Mm-hmm.
and they never want to pretend you got shot. They always pull out. I dodged it. I wasn't even over there.
Yeah,
Yo, like yeah. So yeah, dirt rocks. We need evidence.
that's crazy. Because if we was out there throwing dirt rocks at each other, I wouldn't be here today.
Can't even me.
uh, Me coming home, white t-shirt, well, shirt that used to be white. My mama seeing that, like, come on, man.
It would, but we wouldn't do it in our school clothes. It would be we used to get forced to go outside. So, you sit here, you can look out the window and be like, it's a good day. Might as well not look out the window because you're going to end up outside one way or another. Like, you're not going to sit in this house all day. Black people definitely looked at sitting in the house all day as laziness or you're not doing enough. So we was forced outside. So
Oh yeah,
you not going to keep that outfit fresh. You outside for 10 hours. That outfit ain't going to be what it was when you was in the house.
nah, we were outside with no running in and out, letting out the good air.
Mm. Phrases that only black people say that's not a real thing.
Letting out the good. That's real though. Letting out the air. Like if you
Yeah.
going in, if it's hot outside and you that door keep like you keep opening and closing that door, that heat's coming in, the air is going out. That's real.
Yeah, yeah. If it's as consistent as it made out the seam, you can literally come in the house and try to get water or something, and you're like, no, drink from the hose. You're not letting out this good air. Like you almost had a schedule of how long you're supposed to be outside. It's like trying
Yeah.
to take your lunch break twice.
But it all depends though. If it's like if you're siblings or your cousins or whatever, if it's not just you and y'all coming in one after the other, then yeah, that's frustrating. especially if you come in and making noise and doing whatever. And then you got like the speaking of black sins, like as smelling like outside. That's a real thing.
What I gotta say about that, I don't know if it's air friendly. I think we all know where my mind go when it says smelling like outside. But yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, you had to be in for the street lights. Come on,
I don't think we had street lights.
dang, dirt roads, no street lights. What did you have?
Dirt,
Flashlights. So
dirt, and people throw that.
it's just pitch black at night.
Yes,
That's wild.
yeah, like to the point where a lot of people don't like to drive in that area when it's dark because all you do have is your headlights. They still
Yeah,
allocate trying to get lights in certain areas.
dang, it's like a jungle sometimes. It made me wonder
How I
how you
keep from
keep.
hitting stuff that I can't see.
Yeah,
But this is no laughing matter. But
I'm sorry to hear you had to go through that.
we definitely have fun throwing dirt at people. Work on your aim, work on your creativity. We used to pick up roly polies at the bus stop too. You ever picked up a roly poly?
I had picked up a roller bowling. I feel like you had a like that's something they would say in battle rap struggle bars. You had to go inside when the street lights come on. We ain't even have any. Oh,
Then when they did put street lights in the hood, they gave us two. We ain't even have many. Fuck up.
feel like they try to say the worst thing ever to make it seem like if you had a worse childhood that makes you like tough, and the crowd goes crazy for this stuff though.
Yeah, dude, he was talking about how he had to basically cut his dishes up to make a bowl to smoke his weed. The crowd
Mm,
was like, "Ah," I'm like, bro, some battle rap, you can if you can find a rhyming word, you can make something you should be embarrassed about sound high.
I had to cut the bottom of a 2 liter just to eat my cereal out of it.
Exactly.
Like that's crazy.
And there'll be people in the crowd acting like they also had to do that. Like that is not a common thing.
It's not, man. Just grab a cup, bro.
Like I feel like if you made people tell these stories, like granted mine was organic. That just happened to come about what we used to do. But if you made people like actually talk about it, you'll start to see the holes in the story because ain't no way you didn't have to do that. But
Sometimes struggle real, man.
sometimes it's fake.
It was it was one it was like this older white dude. I don't know, it's probably fake, but it was funny. He was like they were so poor that they had they had like fruit or something on their wallpaper.
Yeah, I hate like I said
They
nonsense.
had to lick the wallpaper and pretend like they was eating, kind of like Willy Wonka or something.
Man, you said a white dude said that?
Yeah, they was.
Yeah.
He was country though, so
I remember Bernie Mac said that they were so poor that they had to eat cereal with a fork so they could pass the bowl of milk to the next person.
yeah.
That's insane.
I ain't had that situation, but you, I have had a situation where like I only had like a little bit of milk left in the carton. I had milk left, but it wasn't like a lot, so I had to like basically scoop and then like recycle the milk while I'm eating.
Mhm.
Otherwise, like my half of it would be just eating like basically dry cereal.
Yeah. We not having all the money in the world did make some creative stuff, but yeah, I think it sucked the most when like I don't have siblings. I got a lot of cousins, and just like when breakfast was made for us, it's like you not eating to try to figure out what you gonna be full of. You gotta grab what you can divide between six other people.
That's
So
why you gotta grab a box of the pancake mix that go a long way.
let's see, my favorite food, eggs. So back then, before eggs started getting reaching crack prices, I would eat eggs like eggs and rice. You can eat eggs for dinner. Like, it was easy for me to have something that was going to be pleasant. But a lot of people, you know, they don't have that same story.
Eggs not very filling though, so you gotta have a lot of eggs.
I mean, eggs used to be like $2 a carton or something like that, and it was
Man, I
so
ain't
easy to
saying
cook.
yeah, it just wasn't filling.
Yeah, but it was definitely one of those things coming up. Like if you were one of those people who you get home before your parents and you don't cook for real, you can make some eggs, sandwich, a lot of different ways.
Make a deviled egg sandwich like a real one.
I just do eggs and cheese or eggs and bacon.
Nah, man, you don't know. You don't know. See, you don't know about that struggle meal life. Like you got to get creative.
You ever put Kool-Aid and sugar in a bag and ate it?
Yep.
You was the maker.
Yeah. You
You
ever had a
sold it.
syrup sandwich?
You said what?
You ever had a syrup sandwich?
I don't think I ever had a syrup sandwich.
Man, you ain't about that life, man. You don't know.
Man, cut it out. I had a I had a sandwich where not even a sandwich. I took a piece of bread and I put cheese and pepperoni on it. You ever had an almost pizza?
See, that's crazy. That sound like luxury right there, man.
Because it has two more ingredients instead of syrup.
Like you basically, if you toasted it a little bit, you had a little hot pocket, homemade hot pocket.
Back to your luxury meals, like you said, you had syrup. I don't know what's the wildest thing I ever had to put together.
The wildest combination. I don't know, man. It's not as wild, but like eating hot dogs with like a slice of bread. Um, Looking back, I mean, like I said, it's not as wild, but sometimes you had to make it work.
Yeah,
But
I feel like I feel like I knew how to make a bunch of convenient meals. I wouldn't really say that they were struggle meals, but it's something quick to where you're no longer hungry at a fast rate.
I mean, there's always something you can do to. I mean, it's a difference between being hungry and wanting to eat. Like,
Hmm.
if you're really hungry, you go in there and make something happen. That's where the syrup sandwiches and the hot dogs with the slice of bread and all that come from.
And chitlins.
Or, hey, hey, that's where you know eating stuff that just don't usually go together as a meal, like eating some noodles with a peanut butter and jelly on the side. So- like, something you wouldn't imagine like putting together.
Your stomach gonna wake everybody in the house up. You eat that.
Boom, 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 boom.
What is that? The intro to what song is that?
That's
Yeah,
112 anyway.
yeah, yeah.
It's that, and I feel like I mean school had you eating stuff or putting combinations together that you shouldn't have anyway.
Once you say that, that's
Like,
probably the worst food I've ever had.
why am I eating pizza and chasing it with some chocolate milk.
Man. Bro, I thought about that when I had some Captain Crunch the other day. You ever realize in the commercials, the spread of food be stuff that nobody puts together? Like, why do you have a bowl of cereal next to orange juice? Who does that?
Yeah, that's disgusting. Like going from drinking a little bit of milk to drinking some orange juice just don't mix, man.
It won't even taste like orange juice for real. But now that I think about it, the worst meal that I think I've ever had, a literal struggle meal, was when I went to jail and they put something on that plate that I could only assume was meat, but I don't know what kind it was. And they had oatmeal with that, a very runny oatmeal. And yeah, that was the worst meal I ever had. Like, I don't even remember, like when you certain things, when you get the first bite, you're like, man, it's amazing. But even after you finish the meal, you're like, I'm glad I got that. Like, say you ain't had your favorite restaurant. And it's just like you get that rewarding feeling like, dang, I really like, even today I made some blueberry pancakes. I'm like, dang, I had a blueberry pancake forever. I can't remember a good moment of that meal. I just remember being hungry. I was like, I need to do something about it.
I mean, you
Worst meal I've had.
spend enough time in there that you'll adapt to it. That's why some
But
people get out and they still make that like the ramen in a bag with hot Cheetos mix like ramen loaf or whatever they still eat like that when they get out.
yeah, it's that institutionalized boy.
But I know you was talking about you had some things going on with the DEI, Mr. Creative Director. Tell the folks about that before we get up out of here.
It was really dope. So backstory is I made this Kendrick Lamar hoodie and I told myself, you know, March is gonna be no April. April is gonna be a big month for me. Like whatever I gotta do to get things swing. If I gotta start doing my first discount deal or whatever, if I gotta hit every holiday on the head with a design, I'll do that. So Twitter, I started meeting people again. And there was specifically this young lady who she was popping up on all my tweets. So eventually she was like, oh, you know, I seen your work. I want to buy X, Y, Z. So I'm like, bet. So, a lot of times people say they want to buy something and they don't that same day. You're not going to get that sale. So
Yeah,
she popped up a week after she said that and she bought more than she said she was going to buy, which was already a plus. And she sent it, she did order through the website, which I wish more people would do, but she sent more money than she had to really pay. And she sent it on Cash App. So I'm like, she must trust me because Cash App is one of them things. Once you send money to the wrong person, it's going. So since I was so grateful, I just made sure that I got her the stuff she ordered in a time frame that made sense. So come to find out, she does a lot. Like I can't name everything she does, but I know she's pushing to further breast cancer awareness research, which was ironic in itself because I put pink in all my designs for breast cancer awareness.
yeah.
So she she's part of like this bigger group that they all do different things regarding human health. So she told me she was like, I'll have a Zoom call where I'll be talking to my coworkers and whatnot about getting you to be the creative director because I like your designs. It's good quality. And the last time they ordered something, the person didn't include sizes of everybody. It was like the common sizes. So being that my sizes kind of represent everybody, they chose me. So all I had to do was really um go on there and just be myself. And it looks like they're signing with me. So tomorrow, if they are, I'll get everybody's sizes and then I'll get the design they want and we'll go from there. They're already talking about one of my designs being their Juneteenth design. So if they're as serious as she is, it's gonna be a great year. And if I eat, you eat.
That's what's up, man. That just goes to show being genuine, making genuine connections can open doors, man. So let's not that everybody. Have a goal, put in the work to achieve those goals, be genuine, customer service is huge. The way you treat people is huge because it comes back tenfold and can help elevate you and put you in great position for success. So big congrats to you, my dude.
Appreciate you, man. That's the ism of the day. Everything you just said, that's the ism.
There we go,
And
man.
oh, that should be a podcast shirt.